Hey gorgeous, it's Cara from carawild.com, and before I get into the video today about Soul's Goals, I want to give you a heads up about something brilliant that's happening in December. It's an initiative that I've started for the 31 days of December, and it's called the Kindness Detectives, and it's for anybody who wants to be, see or experience more kindness in the world. So if that's something that intrigues you, I'll put the link down below to our Facebook group. Hop over, introduce yourself and check out the information that I've got going on in the description of that group. Okay, so Soul's Goals and how to recognize them. And firstly, why would you even want to? What's so important about that? Well, if you're feeling like your life's not quite satisfying or nourishing enough, it doesn't feel rich and it doesn't feel full, then that can quite often be a sign that you are living from a self-image that's old and outdated rather than living from your soul's perspective. Okay, so I'm not talking about the idea of I leap out of bed every morning feeling wonderful and alive and I can't wait to start with the day. It doesn't always feel like that, let's be real. It doesn't. I'm not talking about that kind of life. I'm talking about rich, meaningful, nourishing, satisfying kind of experience in life. So a soul's goal, how to recognize a soul's goal? Well, it will wake you up. The whole principle of a soul's goal is to wake you up out of conditioning, out of slumber, out of other ideas, people's ideas about you, and to reconnect you and get you in touch with your true self. And quite often, that true self is going to be a radical shift in identity for you. It will shake up your life. It will change your lifestyle in some way because it wants to shake you up. It wants to wake you up to your potential, but more just the experience of being you, of living authentically. That's what brings you alive. So a soul's goal will quite often feel exhilarating. So there'll be a sense of excitement and wonder, and also then when the mind kicks in, there might be quite a little bit of fear or a lot of fear, and I'm wondering about whether I'm capable of doing that. Is that for me? It might seem strange. So let me give you an example. When I first started running and I ran my first race, I realised that I really, really wanted this to be a big part of my life. And then I came across a picture of Everest and a marathon that runs from base camp downhill. Now, I had at that point only run a 8-mile race over hills in Bodmin Moor. But when I saw it, my heart flew open, tears streamed down my eyes, and I just said to my partner, I have to do this. And it was a radical rethink from any identity I had of myself. I was one of those children at school that did not get picked for games. So I had to really start thinking about myself in terms of an athlete and wonder what it was that I needed and what lifestyle changes I needed to make in order to realize this soul's goal in my life. And that's the key. Your soul is not interested in a status of a goal. So, all right, mine to an ego can sound pretty impressive, right? But my soul's not interested in that, because my soul is interested in the journey that it's going to take me from getting where I am now to realizing that goal. So your soul's goal might be that you want to relate to your partner in a different way. You want to relate to the world in a different way. You want to open up. You want to stop being so withdrawn. You want to get out there and discover. It could be that you want to write a book. It could be that you want to start a new creative idea. Your soul's goal could seem like the most mundane and boring thing to somebody else, and it doesn't matter. You'll know it by the way that it feels. And it nags. Once you hear it, it nags. It won't leave you alone. It's and it's a good nag because it's kind of, come on, come on, come on. So what I want to be clear about here as well is that this change won't always be easy because, like I said, it will call for a radical reshift an identity, which is exhilarating, which is, your soul is not static. Of course, it wants you to experience new things in your life and to change and to shapeshift into different identities. Why not? However, our ideas about ourselves can get in the way, and so those changes can feel like hard work at times because they're new. So, in our spiritual field, there's this concept of, I just don't feel right, so I'm not going to do it. You know what? When you first make changes to your soul's goal, it ain't going to feel right all of the time. Sometimes it's going to feel downright uncomfortable whilst you go through the process of change, and that's okay. So your soul's goal, your soul realizes that it's more about the journey. So your soul's goal will feel huge, most likely. It will feel too big for you because it is too big for the current you. Your soul knows the journey of expansion that you're going to go on. That's what it's really interested. This journey you're going to go on to actualize that goal is far more important than the realization of the goal. And you are going to learn how to work with your soul and your spirit together. So your soul gives you the inspiration and your spirit helps you to leap into spirited action, to take risks, to leap into the unknown. And that's what life's about, is a balance between downloading those inspired ideas and then taking the inspired action to ground those ideas in reality. And so it is a co-creation between your soul and your spirit, between your non-physical and your truly physical self. So the biggest thing that your soul wants you to experience are the essences and the qualities that leap of action, that spirited action is going to lead you to take. So, for example, let's take my Everest base camp marathon goal, which is my soul's goal for me. I've had to look at that and think, who do I need to become and what action do I need to take in order to realize that goal? And I have had to change my identity. I've had to change my diet. I've had to change my life plan. My life has become uncomfortable at times with some of the changes that I need to make. So are you willing to make those choices? Are you willing to surrender to your soul's goals for you and experience the exhilaration of something new? So I hope that's been helpful. It's a tiny, tiny part of the journey. It's a tiny, tiny overview of the whole concept of being able to realize your dreams in this reality. So I hope that's been useful. Share it with anybody else that you think might benefit from it, and hop over to the Facebook group if you want to. And I will see you soon. Bye.